Play number 10. Step outside your comfort zone. Stepping outside your comfort zone will help you adapt to change. Your success can sometimes be measured based on how well you adapt to situations and how successful your transitions are in life. When people operate in a place of comfort, they become complacent, which ultimately stunts their growth. People usually do not step outside their comfort zone because they may be afraid of change or taking a chance, which really is just fear of the unknown. Think of all the luxuries in life that provides us comfort. Then think how you would react if those luxuries were suddenly taken away. As athletes, we're trained to adapt to change and to perform in very uncomfortable conditions, including playing in severe weather like rain, snow, or even extreme heat. Other changes may include having to adjust to new systems or new position on the team. Like sports, change may force you to try something new for the first time. For example, relocating to a new geographical area or simply just meeting new people. For most people, adapting to new cultures is a very uncomfortable experience. Culture may include nationality, ethnicity, gender, social class, religion, or even political beliefs. In addition to these, we must consider the myriads of subculture. The question then becomes, how and why would one consider stepping outside of the box? Well, I may have the answer to that. Dude wrench, my personal story. At the age of 13, I received an opportunity to attend a boarding school in Arizona. At first, I was reluctant to go because it was going to be a challenging experience for me. Initially, I thought that I would become homesick because of the distance between myself and my family. But the real challenge came from when I realized that I had to step outside my comfort zone and adapt to a new culture. I soon realized that meeting new people from different cultures sparked my interest, which actually shifted my perspective. When I arrived, I discovered that the school was about an hour north of Phoenix on this huge ranch in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the facilities reminded me of a Western movie scene. Like, the auditorium was this big red barn, and one of the classrooms was even made out of adobe clay. My first impression was like, really? Now, when I stepped on campus, there were people literally riding horses, wearing Wranglers, and cowboy boots. There was no concrete, only dirt roads, and my initial thoughts was, now how in the heck am I going to keep my J's clean in this stuff? That was not the only adjustment that I had to consider. There was only 8 other African Americans there, and they were all students. Now, where I was from, I only knew other African Americans and Hispanics. My experience with people from other ethnicities was very limited. I mean, this school was very diverse. Many of the students were from Asia, Europe, South America, Africa, and just about every state in the United States. This was my first experience with cultural diversity. I was definitely outside my comfort zone on this one. Initially, this was very difficult to adjust to because I had to become familiar with everyone's backgrounds, customs, and way of life. But the difficulty arose because I had to adjust without offending anyone when displaying my beliefs and customs, which at the time could be a bit off putting to others. Though I was raised by parents who taught me well, I still was highly influenced by urban street culture. Yep, I try to bring the streets to the dude ranch. Don't judge me. I realized that seeing the world from a different perspective and adjusting my mentality had its challenges. I thought negatively and I had a poor point of view of life. I was comfortable with my way of thinking and acting. Yet, I knew that in order for me to be successful at this new school, my former way of thinking was not going to guarantee my success. Therefore, I had to adjust. I had to be willing to try new and unfamiliar things. I had to respect other people's differences and be willing to learn and understand the perspective of others. My most uncomfortable experience was opening up myself to others and allowing for people to get to know me. Where I was from, opening up to others was perceived as being vulnerable, which at the time I felt that was a sign of weakness. It took me some years to fully adjust to this new way of living and thinking. Thankfully, sports played a significant part to my successful transition to this new way of thinking. Playing sports at this new school helped me learn how to respect and interact with people who I considered to be different from me. When it came to playing sports, every person on my team was significantly different from me. For example, I had teammates from Pakistan, Brazil, Austria, France, South Korea, Japan, and Germany, as well as players from East Coast, West Coast, South, and the Midwest, all of whom obviously came with varying attitudes and beliefs about life. Our most important goal was to play together and win. And to do so, we all realized that we were going to have to step outside of our comfort zone. Now, during the years I spent at this school, I learned that there was not much difference amongst us. Now, if I hadn't stepped outside my comfort zone, I would have missed the opportunity to make friends with so many different kinds of people. By my senior year at this dude ranch, my social circle was very diverse, both culturally and skin color. Assist to success. My personal strategies for stepping outside your comfort zone. Leave. The first step to stepping outside your comfort zone would be to abandon the areas that are most comfortable to you, which is often your childhood home. Leave your city or town. Heck, leave your state if possible. If you are less than a 6-hour drive away, then you might be too close to home. Embrace change. Start a conversation with someone that is out of your norm. Many times we miss out on developing prosperous relationships because we only communicate with people who we consider to be like us. Find comfort in being uncomfortable. Often, it's hard for us to adjust because we're not used to having to adjust. Remember, humans are naturally lazy. Our entire neural wiring is set up to put ourselves in comfortable and easy conditions. The only way to exercise stronger adjustability is to put yourselves in situations where you're forced to learn a new way of doing things or a new way of thinking. Also, try this. Try going a full day without your cell phone or being on social media. I know it's hard, but technology has many benefits, but can also be a distraction from accomplishing our goals or advancing to the next level.